Hello everybody. Today we will do statistics. We will follow the same approach as before. First we will do the concept building, and then we will solve some problems. Okay. So I will cover a brief summary of all the concepts. It is not going to be a detailed session for concept building. I hope you already know it. The exam is like a month or two away right now. So I will give you a brief summary of all the concepts required for statistics right now, and then we will go to problem solving. Okay. So let's move. So let me give you a summary here of what are the concepts that you need. So number one. So basically, what we are doing in this chapter is in statistics, we are doing measure of central tendency. So, in measure of central tendency, by the name itself, it is quite clear. We are trying to see out of a lot of data. Let's say you have data of all the heights of students in a class. We need to find what is the somehow we need to find the tendency of the class heights in this example. We can do that in three ways. Okay. One is the mean. If we can find the mean, what is the average of all the heights in the class, that we can do. We can find the median. Okay. Like the middle person, like if we arrange all the heights in ascending or descending order, what is the height of the middle person, 50th percentile person. Okay. So like 50% of people for on that median height are greater than that median height, and 50% of people are less than that median height. Okay. And the last one we will find mode, which is like the maximum frequency, like which height the most number of people have, that is a maximum frequency height, it's called the mode. Okay. So maximum frequency is the mode, median is the average, sorry, mean is the average, and median is the 50th percentile. So basically, if we arrange it on the all the heights in ascending order, let's say 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, then I'm just giving some random numbers. These are not height numbers. Okay, it's just 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Then 4 will be the median in this case. You see, 2 are less than 4 and 2 are more than 4. Okay. So this is the measure of central tendency which is there in the syllabus. Now you have to find mean in three ways in ICSE syllabus. Median and mode is there. Okay, that is like there you can have to find median and mode through graph also in some cases you have in your syllabus. Okay, so I will come to that. Let's go one by one. So mean is like you can find mean using three ways. One is a direct method. Direct method is like, let's say you have a 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4. You have these numbers, you need to find the what is the average of these numbers. So direct method is simple, you have to count all of it, basically sum all these numbers divided by this whatever number is there, frequency basically. But it is more refined, it's written as like sum of summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. Okay. So f is a frequency and xi is the what is the number. So 1 is here 3 times, 2 is here 4 times, 3 is here 3 times, 4 is here 2 times. So you can write 1 times 3 plus 2 times 4 plus 3 times 3 plus 2 times 4 divided by summation of the frequency, right? Which is like 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, right? 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, now you can do the calculation. So this is a direct method. The other method that is there in the syllabus, it is shortcut method or deviation method. Shortcut method or deviation method. Okay. So by shortcut method or deviation method, what you have, how the way you will find the mean is, first you will assume a mean a. Okay. Plus summation of fi di divided by summation of fi. Di is how far it is from the uh, how far that mean is that uh, that number is from the, basically the class mark is from the is from your assumed means, that is di, that is like the deviation. Okay, so that is the deviation di. Okay, so let me give you an example, that way it will be better. Okay, otherwise it's getting confusing, I can understand. So let's say 10 to 20 of a class mark, 21 to 30 you have something, 31 to 40 you have something. Okay, let's write this as 10 to 20 because all this should be continuous right now. 20 to 30, 30 to 40, let's say you have these classes. Okay, class width is 10, right? And you have the class mark, let's say the class mark which is the middle point, you will find it with yi. Okay, let's denote it with yi. So this will be 15, this will be 25, this will be 35. Okay, and now let's say the frequency is, this is like 3, this is, let's say 4, this is 5. Okay, now what I was saying, this di is, let's say you have assumed this one as your mean a, you have assumed a as your mean. Now di will be yi minus a basically, yi minus a. So di is yi minus a. So that is 15 minus 25, what is that? Minus 10. 25 minus 25, 0. 35 minus 25, 10. So this is your di. So I hope this is clear to you guys. This is your deviation, and then if you apply this formula, summation of fi, basically this summation fi and the numerator is summation of fi di. So you have to do fi di another column, multiply 3 with minus 10 and you get minus 30. Similarly 4 times 0 is 0, 5 times 10 is 50. You add this up also, summation of fi di, and you get a number. So now if you put it back into this equation, summation of fi di divided by summation of fi plus a, you will get your mean. So basically the process that we are following here, it's like they are it's like you are assuming a mean and they are trying to find out how much it is deviating from your assumed means through this one. Basically it's trying to see how much it's deviating. Okay, and the last method is step deviation method. It is very similar to shortcut method, only one example, one difference is there, step deviation. Let's say this problem only. Okay, here your class width is c, right? Instead of di you will do yi minus a, here you will do divided by c. That is one of the difference. And let's say you mark it not as di in step deviation, you will call it as ui, just symbolic change. Okay, so that it makes different with shortcut and step deviation. So now what it will be is your assumed mean will, your actual mean is your, similarly your assumed mean a plus c is your class width, right? You found your class width c times summation fi ui divided by summation fi. So ui, what is ui? As I said, ui is similar to di except we have to divide it by c. So it's like yi minus a divided by c. So that is your step deviation method. So we covered in mean how you can find mean. One is direct method, one is shortcut method or deviation method. Number three is step deviation method. Okay. So now let's go to your other measure of central tendency, number three, which is median. Okay. So when n, let's say you have n numbers, n, you have n numbers and n is odd. So if n is odd, let's say n is odd by, I mean the total numbers you have like 1, 2, 8, 3, 6. Odd numbers are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 elements are here. So that is odd, right? So in this case, what will be your median? It will be n plus 1 divided by 2th term. That is, here in this case you have 5 terms, So 5 plus 1 by 2, that is third term. So third term is 8. Answer will be 8. Okay. Let's say n is even. What it will be? If n is even, you have to do n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation, and that you have to divide it by 2. Basically, let's say you have similarly 1, 2, 8, 3, 6, 5. Now you see you have 6 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 by 2 is 8, right? 6 by 2 is, I mean, 6 by 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the third term is 8, and 6 by 2 plus 1. So the fourth term is 3 here in this case, right? So basically you have to do 8 plus 3 divided by 2. This will be your median in this example. Just giving you the example on the side. Okay, hope this is clear to you guys. So what will be your median when n is odd, and what will be median when n is even? Now there are two more concepts right under median only. Let me just write it like this. One is, what will be the lower quartile? Similarly, the lower quartile when n is even, it will be n by fourth observation. That is a 25th percentile. Okay, let's say this is the range of data you have. Okay, this is your data set. Just let's say I'm writing it like this. The data is like this. This is your 25th percentile. This is your 50th percentile. This is your 75th percentile. And this is your 100th percentile, basically. And this is your zero, right? So this 25th percentile data, whatever you will have here, that is your lower quartile data, and this 75th percentile is your upper quartile. Okay, so how you will find this 25th percentile? N by 4th observation will be your 25th percentile. By percentile, I hope you understand what is percentile. That means 25 percentage of people or 25 percentage of data are below this number. Below lower quartile, 25% of the data are there, is present. Okay, and 75 percentile means 75% of the data is right here. So I hope you understood what is the lower quartile when n is even, and when n is odd, so it will be n plus 1 divided by fourth observation. So that time you have to do n plus 1 divided by fourth observation. Similarly, when you have to find upper quartile, there are two cases when n is even. When n is even, you have to do 3n by fourth observation. Okay, and when n is odd, you have to do 3n plus 1 divided by fourth observation. Hope this is clear. And number 3 is, what is interquartile range? Interquartile range. So this will be, interquartile range will be your upper quartile minus your lower quartile. So this will be your interquartile range. Okay. So from median you found out lower quartile, upper quartile, and interquartile range, and median also you found out through this. So it's like you have to just remember these things. If n is odd, you know it should be like 5 numbers are there. Let's say you cannot divide 5 by 2, right? So it's better to divide 5 plus 1, 6 by 2. So third term, and if it's even, then okay, n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus the next one. Okay, so 6 numbers are there. So what you have to do, the third term and the third plus 1 fourth term. Okay, and if n is even, let's say 100 numbers are there, what is the 25th percentile? It's like 100 divided by 4, right? 100 divided by 4. And if it is like n is odd, then n plus 1 divided by 4. Okay, let's say 99 numbers are there, so 99 plus 100 divided by 4, again 25th observation. Okay, so like this upper quartile, and this is like 3n by 4 if n is even the 75th and 75th number, right? Interquartile range will be the upper quartile minus lower quartile. So we have covered how to find mean using three methods and how to find median. Okay, this is a direct way of finding median. There is another way we can find median is uh, through graph, basically cumulative frequency graph. Okay, which is also called as ogive graph. I will come to it. Okay, let's move to the next topic. 4, mode. I already mentioned mode is the which has the maximum frequency in a data set, that is the mode. Okay, so you can just write maximum frequency in a data set. Okay, so in the data set that will be given to you, the maximum frequency is a mode. Okay, so the next topic that is there, so how can you find mode using graph? So that is, here they are referred to as histogram. That is, a histogram is a kind of graph. I will show you. So basically estimation of mode. So you have to learn this also. This is also there in your syllabus from histogram. Do you have any more page? Okay, one more page is here. Okay. So this is like, let's say you have some data, the range of data 10 to 20 is 5, 20 to 30 is 6, 30 to 80, sorry, 30 to 40 is frequency. I'm writing this ones. Okay, right side. 4, 40 to 50 is 7. So now you're drawing this graph here. Let's say this is 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. Okay, this is x-axis, this is your x dash, this is your y, this is your y dash, and this is your origin. Okay, this is how you will draw the graph, right? And you will also write whatever is there in the x-axis. Now it's not said on the top, so whatever it will be, just write and mark like this. Whatever it be given on the y, just write like this. Right, sorry, just write here and mark like this. Okay, let's say it's a number of students, it said number of students, so just write number of students in the y and mark like this. Okay, so I'm just giving you that tip also, how you write, how you do your graph, on how you do this on your graph paper. Okay, now 10 to 20 is given as 5, this is 5, this is, let's say, 10, that's it. Okay, so 10 to 20 is 5, 20 to let me do it one more way. Let me do it this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, okay, let me just, and let me change this number to 3. So 10 to 20 is 5. Okay, just give me 1 second. I will just erase this, it will be clear. Okay, so this is up till 5. 20 to 30 is up till 6. 30 to 40 is 4. And 40 to 50 is given as 3. So what is a mode? So you see, for sure the mode is between 20 to 30, that we can understand because the frequency between 20 to 30 is 6. So most number of people are in this range, between this width 20 to 30. Now the way we will find the mode is estimation of mode from histogram. We will join this one to this corner and this point to this corner. So we will join these two lines. Okay. So one corner from here and one corner from here. So this like this like this. Okay. And this intersecting point we will draw. What is the intersecting point on the x-axis? So let's say this is 24. So our mode will be 24. So this is how we find estimation of mode from the history. So the last topic that we will cover is, let me do it on the next sheet, 6, which we have in our syllabus, which we refer to as OGs, or the cumulative frequency curve. So let's take a similar example like that before. 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. Let's say it's given 10 to 20 as 5, 20 to 30 as 7, 30 to 40 as 3, 40 to 50 as 5. Let's take another number, 6. Okay. So what we will do in this thing, this is a frequency. Okay, this is the frequency, that is, let's say it can be anything, number of students or anything like that. Frequency 10 to 20 range, 5 frequency, 20 to 30 range, 7 frequency, 30 to 40 range, 3 frequency, and 40 to 50 range, 6 frequency. Okay. Now when you will need to find, and then we need to find the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Okay. So here you see 10 to 20, it is 5. So this is 5 for sure. 20 to 30 is called 7. Now you have to do 5 was already there, 5, and you have to add 7 to it. So this will be 12. 30 to 40, 12 was already there, you have to add 3 more, that is 15. And 40 to 56, so 15 was already there, now you have to add 6 more, that is 21. So now you got this as the cumulative frequency, 5, 12, 15, 21. And now you have to draw it in your graph paper. Let's do that once here. This is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. So here you see you have 5, 12, 15, 20. So let's take 5. Every 2 centimeter equals 5 units. 5, 10, 15, 20. This is on the y-axis. Alright, this is the origin. This is your y dash. This is your x dash. Alright. So 10 to 20 is 5. So you have to mark this point first. 10 to 20 is 5. Just mark this point. 20 to 30 is 12. So this will be something above 10. So let's say this point. This is the 20 to 30 point. 30 to 40 point is 15. So this 15 point is your 30 to 40. Alright. And 40 to 50 is 6. 6, oh sorry, 40 to 50 is 21, cumulative frequency. So you have to do a little bit above 20. So 21 somewhere here. Right. Now what you have to do is from 10 you have to just do a free hand. You have to connect all these dots through free hand. Okay. So this will be your ogive curve, cumulative frequency. Now why we need to do this cumulative frequency? There is a reason for it. We can find all this data. Let's say we can find median. They will ask you also. It's not that I'm just telling you. They will ask these things from your OGF. You need to find something out of it, right? There need to be some utility for this curve. Otherwise, why will they just do it? So you can find median from it. You can find all those things like lower quartile, upper quartile, those kind of things you can find from your OGIF. Let's say you have 21 now. Cumulative frequency, total number of frequency is 21, right? This is, let's say 21 number of students are there, which is an odd number, right? 20 odd number. So what will be the basically what will be the median? This will be 21 plus 1 divided by 2th term, right? Since n is odd, so this is the 11th term basically. 11th term is a median. So basically you will see this is the number of students are here. So the 11th student is somewhere here, right? So when you draw this thing and to the curve, the corresponding number here, this will be give your median. So let's say these are the marks they obtained. You got the median mark here. What was the mark this guy got? 11th guy basically. Okay, let's say these are the marks. 10 to 20 number of marks, 5 students got. 20 to 30, 7 students got. 30 to 40, third. 40 to 50, 6 students got. So what is the median right now? What mark is the median? So when you drew all this ogive, this cumulative frequency curve, and then this term, this 11th term from the y-axis, you drew it over the curve, and from there you found out what is the median on the x-axis. Similarly, you can find the lower quartile somewhere here. You can draw it on the x-axis. You can find somewhere the upper quartile. You can draw it on the x-axis. Okay, and then they want you to find. Let's say this one is x1, this one is x2, and then they want to find you the interquartile range. You can do x2 minus x1. We will solve some problems like this, okay? But right now I want you to give a brief summary on what are required, what are expected out of you to do the problem solving, okay? In your ICC boards, these are the topics they expect you to know: ogives, cumulative frequency curves, estimation of mode from histogram, what is a mode, what are medians, and in median what is lower quartile, upper quartile, interquartile, and what is mean. You have to find mean through three methods: direct method, shortcut, or deviation, step deviation, and that is it. Okay, having said that, now we will go down deeper into problem solving. Okay, let's get down to that. Okay, this is your first problem. The approach remains the same. First, I would request you guys to pause the video and try it on your own, and then please see the solution. That will be a lot of help to you guys. Okay, hope you have done it. Now let's do the solution. Hope you have paused it and tried it on your own. Calculate the mean of the following using step deviation method. They want us to use step deviation method. So how we will do? The marks. Okay, we have another sheet. The marks they have given as 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. This is the marks they given us. And the class mark, which is a yi, the midpoint basically. This will be 5. 10 divided by 2, 5. This is also 15. This is 25. The middle point between 20 and 30, you have to find 30 and 40, the middle point 35. 40 and 50, 45. 50 and 60, 55. Okay, so you found out the class mark. So you see, you can consider what is the step deviation method formula. Let me just write here the mean, how you find it in step deviation. Let me write it here: a plus c times summation fi ui divided by summation fi. C is the class width, a is your assumed mean. That can be anything. Assumed mean can be any of your class mark. Okay, we have to then find through this method what is the actual mean. Okay, that we will find out. So let's say this is it will either you can consider 25th or 35th. The middle point is should be the mean, right? But we can consider anything as a mean. That's fine. Okay, let's consider 25th as a mean. Okay, because it actually depends on the frequency. Let's say 5. Let's say 1,000 number of 5 are there, and all these numbers are there: 1, 2, 35 is 3 numbers, 45 is 4 numbers, 55 is 6 numbers. Then from common sense, something near to 5 will be your average, right? Because 1,000 number of 5s are there. But better to keep your assume means in exam in the middle, 25th, or if it's like even number, then either 25th, 35th, or if it's odd number, the middle number. Okay. So you found out what your class mark, you did your class mark column. Now let's do our frequency, number of students, which is yi, sorry, which is fi, right? So number of students is 10, 9, 25, 30, 16, 10. So you did your number of students, you found out what is fi. Okay. Now you have to find out what is ui, right? So what is ui? That is yi minus a divided by c. Hope you guys remember it. I did it in the first page. What is ui? So yi minus a. So let's say this term. This will be for sure 0, right? Because 25 minus 25 divided by c. This will be 15 minus 25 minus 10, and so this will be minus 1, this will be minus 2, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. This is your ui. Okay. Now you have to find out what is, it's like, you see, I'm finding out from this formula, I'm seeing actually we need to find out ui first, so we did ui. Now we have to find fi ui, so I will make another column as fi ui. It is not that I have remembered this, I'm seeing this formula, and based on that I'm making these columns. Like ui I have to find, so let me make a ui column. Now I have to find fi ui, now let me make an fi ui column, like that. Okay. First, a, for a I need a assume mean, so let me do the yi first, the class mark, the middle point, and from there I did the a, this 25th as the a, right? So like that I am kind of doing the problem. Okay. So if I ui, so this 10 times minus 2 is minus 20, 9 times minus 1 is minus 9, this is 0, this is 30, this is 32, this is 30. So you have done what is fi ui. Okay. So now you have to do the summations basically. Now summation of fi ui. What is the summation of fi ui? So this will, you will get it as 63. Okay. And summation of fi, you will get it as 100. Okay. Now let's, we have another sheet. Now let me do it here. You can see this thing better. At least let me do the formula here. Required mean equals a plus c times summation fiui divided by summation fi. We wrote it here, right? So a 25th is our required mean. C, our class width was 10. This was our c. So so let's write it here as 10 times fiui is 63 divided by summation fi is 100. So this will get cancelled. This is 25 plus 6.3, which will give it us 31.3. This is our answer. Okay. So I hope this problem is clear to you. First you found out marks, the class mark, number of students, ui, fi, ui, right? And then you applied the formula required mean a plus c times summation fi ui divided by summation of fi. Okay, to get your answer. Just two things I just want to give you a special mention here. When you're calculating this class width, so let's say this is your lower class limit, this is your upper class limit. So simply do lower class limit plus upper class limit divided by 2 to get your y mark yi. Okay. So this will kind of relax you from anything like, shall I consider 10, shall I consider 20? Just forget all those. Whatever is 10 plus 20 is like 30, divided by 2 is 15. So always do lower class limit plus upper class limit divided by 2. Okay. And one more check is, let's say your class width is 10 here, so this divide should always be equal to your class width. Okay. So these two checks will kind of keep you in track. The difference between the class marks will be equal to your class width. Okay. So let's move to the next problem. So Yeah, please try this problem on your own first. Again, same approach. Okay, hope you did it. Let me move to the problem, the solution. So the mean of the following distribution is 50 and the sum of all the frequencies is 120. Find the values of p. So you see sum of all the frequencies. This is the frequency tab, right? Column or the row here, whatever. That is 17 plus p plus 32 plus q plus 19. That is a frequency basically. So when we add all the frequencies, as I said, 17 plus p plus 32 plus q plus 19, that is given as 120 in the problem, right? So basically summation of the frequency is given as 120. So this means 17 plus p plus 32 plus q plus 19 is given as 120. This means p plus q is given as 52. If you do this equation, if you solve this, if p plus q is coming as 52, right? If you do this addition and subtraction well. Now they have said find the values of p and q. So we need another equation of p and q, that's only we can find what will be p and q. Okay, let's say what other informations are given in this problem. The mean is given. The mean is 50. Okay, so let's use direct method this time and let's find out what will the mean. So basically class intervals, I'm just writing it here. Let me see if you have another sheet. Okay, yeah. Class intervals is given 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100. Okay, so what is your class mark here? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, right? Simple. Class mark yi. What are your lower limit? 0, upper limit 20 divided by 2. 20 plus 0 but divided by 2 is 10. Similarly 20 plus 40 is 60 divided by 2 is 30. Similarly this is 50, this is 70, this is 90. So you got the class marks. Okay, and now you have the frequency given here. Frequency is given here, which is fi. Frequency is 17, p, 32, q and 19, right? So now from direct method, what was the mean you got? Mean equals summation of fi yi divided by summation of fi, right? Simple common sense. How many times 10 is there? You're multiplying with the number 7. How many times is there? Basically 17. So 17 times 10 plus 30 times p plus 50 times 32 plus 70 times q plus 90 times 19 divided by this frequency, right? So basically you can just write mean is given as 50 and if I it's as I'm saying a class mark first is 10 times 17 plus let me do it in the other sheet, it will be clear. If mean is given as 50, right? So this time class mark is 10 times 17 plus 30 times p plus 50 times 32 plus 70 times q plus 90 times 19, right? This is your numerator and denominator is summation of all the frequencies, which we already have. They have given us the summation of all the frequency as 120. Summation of the frequency is 120. They already gave it to us, right? So we have to divide it by 120. Basically now it's just calculation. It's like 170 plus 30p. Like this will give us 1600. Like that, if you calculate it, I have done the calculation. Let me just write what will be the equation we will get. If you do the calculation, you will get 3p plus 3q, that is 3p plus 7q. You will get it as 252. So this is your equation 2. and your equation 1 was p plus q equals 52, right? Let me just write it here. P plus q equals 52 was your equation 1, right? So you see, if you do this 2 minus, if you do this 2 minus 3 times 1, if you perform this operation from this thing, what we will get is like this will be 3p and this will be 3q. So 7q minus 3q will be 4q, and you will get 252 minus 3 times 52, right? So if you do it, and then you will find the value of q as 24 and the value of p as 28. So hope this is clear to you there. So this is how you will find what is the value of p and q. You can just write answer: p equals 28, q equals 24, right? So they asked you what find the values of p and q. So you use direct method to find the mean, and also summation of frequency equals 120. That's how you found one equation, and through direct method you found the mean and you found another equation. You solve 2 minus 3 times 1 and you found what is p and q. Okay, pretty simple and straight problem. Let's move to the next one. So again, please pause the video first and try it, and then we will see what's the solution, how to do it. Okay, so find the following frequency distribution. From the following frequency distribution, find these things. As I said before, you can find median, lower quartile, upper quartile, interquartile range. Okay, so okay, from the following frequency distribution. Okay, so this thing you can do it in two ways, right? From graph you can do, and also from, you don't need a graph to do it. Okay, so here they haven't asked you to do to use a graph. So we will do it from first principles. Okay. So variate frequency, but always if you want to find uh, median or anything like that, lower quartile, upper quartile, just keep in mind you have to find cumulative frequency. Okay, so there is no alternative to it. You have to find cumulative frequency, and then the middle term you will get it from there. Okay, so variate is 15, frequency is 4, then it's 18, 6, 28, 22, 9, 25, 7, 27, 8, 36, right? And what will be the cumulative frequencies? 4, then it should be 4 plus 6, right? 4 is the first one, and the next is 4 plus 6 you have to do to get the cumulative 10. And now 10 you have to add it with 8. So 10 plus 8, it will be 18. And then you have to add it with this 9. 18 plus 9, it will be 27, right? Now you have to add it with this 7. 27 plus this 7, it is 34. And then this 34 you have to add it with this 8, it is 42. Then 42 you have to add it with this 6, it will be 48. So how many total number of variate are there? 48. So basically that is the total number of terms is 48. Okay, so here you have n equals, therefore n equals 48, right, which is an even number. Now find the median basically. Okay, there are 48 numbers. What will be the median? Since n is even, median will be which number? N by 2 plus 1th term, right? That is 48 divided by 2 plus 1th term. What is that? 25th term. So 25th term will give you the median. So what is 25th term? Let's see. You see, up till 18th term you had 20. The number was 20 up till 18th term, this row. And from 18 to 37, 22 number was there. How many times? 9 times, right? From 19 to 27, right? Again from 28 to 34, 25th number was there. 7 times. Hope you are getting the point, right? So basically our median lies in the 25th term. That is up till 18th it was 20, and from 19 to 27 it was 22. So our median will be 22. Now this was your first problem. Answer to our first problem. Then they asked us lower quartile. Lower quartile. Lower quartile was simple n by fourth term, like the 25th term. If n is even, our n is 48 divided by fourth term, that is 12th term. You have to see what number is on the 12th term. So up till 10th term it was 18th, and 11th to 18th term it was 20. Okay, so our lower quartile was 20, right? Hope you are clear. In case you have any such confusion and you are not understanding something, please let me know in the comments. We can discuss on that. Okay, and upper quartile, since n is even, it will be 3n by fourth term. So what is n? N is 48 by 4, that is 36th term. Let's see what is there in 36th term for us. So up till 34th term it was 25. 25 number was 25. And then from 35th to 42th term it is 27, right? So the answer will be 27 for the upper quartile. And the last one was interquartile range. Interquartile range. So this is upper quartile. You have to minus lower quartile. That is 27 minus 20, which will give us 7. This is our answer, lower quartile. Upper quartile minus lower quartile, this will be our interquartile range. So you see we have answered all the questions: the median, the lower quartile, upper quartile, and interquartile range. Here we do not have any graph, we did not use graph. Actually when you have to use graph is generally when they give you a range, basically. Like let's say they give you 10 to 20 is the frequency is 4, 20 to 30 the frequency is 6. This time it is more appropriate to use graph, okay? Because here because this one you cannot find it from, basically, manually. If you do this calculation you cannot find, because you don't know exactly where between 10 to, if let's say you can understand, okay, 20 to 30 will be somewhere our median, but you don't know between 20 to 30 there are like 10 numbers there, right? You don't know where you have to. So that you can find out through graph. Okay, so having said that, let's move to the next problem. Same approach, please try it on your own first. Okay, so use a graph paper for this question. The daily pocket expense of 200 students in a school are given below. Okay, so pocket expense, which are the class ranges, pocket expenses in rupees. Okay, and number of frequency, number of students, or the frequency. So basically first you can just write it like this: 0 to 5 is given 10, 5 to 10, like that. Just write it like here. Okay, and then you have to plot it on the graph. Let's do that. Okay, so let me draw the graph here, it will be better. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is x dash, y dash, origin. So how many classes are there? 0 up till 40. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Great. 10, 20, 30, 40. sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you got all your x-axis ready now. And y-axis is number of students. The highest number is 50. Okay. So let's divide it every 2 centimeter as 5 number of students. Okay, see, I don't have a graph paper, but I'm showing you how we will do it on the graph paper. Okay, so this will be your 2 centimeter you will measure. Okay, there is like this one mark here, and this is your another big mark here. So this 2 centimeter considers 5 number of students. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's up till 50. So in a graph paper you have to do it up till 50. Okay, 35, 40, and then up till it has to go up till 50. I will just show you how to do the problem. Okay, the approach I will show you. So 0 to 5 you have to plot 10 number of students. So 0 to 5, let's say this is a histogram. This is how you plot a histogram. Between this 0 to 5, 10 number of students are there. 5 to 10, 14 number of students are there. 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 14 somewhere here. Okay, 10 to 15, 28 number of students. So you will do 10 to 15, 28 number of students are there. Okay, so like this you will do the plot. 15 to 20, 42 number of students are there, and 25th to 50, 50 number of students. Let's say this is 42. Okay, obviously it's not 42 from the graph, but I'm saying let's say this is 42 because I don't have any much space here, right? So 20 to 25, let's say this was 20 to 25, which is, let's say this is 20 to 25, which is 50 number of students. Let's say this is 50. Okay, just want to show you how you will do it, the problem. And 25 to 30 is 30 number of students. So this is 30, and this one is 14. 30 to 35 is 14, so somewhere here. And the last one is 12, so somewhere here, 12. Now the problem is they asked you to find the mode. They asked you to find the mode from the histogram. So when they have given you a problem, you know the mode should lie in between this range, 20 to 25. Why? Because the frequency is the highest between 20 to 25. So the mode has to lie between 20 to 25. Okay, number of students getting between 20 and 25 is the highest. But how we will find the mode? This point, as I said before also, right, you will join with this point. Okay, as you see, I'm drawing it on the graph right now, and this point you will join it with this point. Okay, so now this intersecting point you will draw it through a scale on the x-axis, this intersecting point. Okay, and this one will be your mode. So this is how you will find your mode. It will be maybe 24, 26, I don't know. No, 20 to 25 or so. Oh, it should be between 20 and 25. Okay, this number. So maybe 22, 23, something like that. Okay. So hope this is clear to you guys. Because first you draw the histogram, it's quite a simple problem, and I just wanted to show you how you approach such problems. You join these 2 points and draw a line over from that point over the x-axis, and that whatever this mark will be ai, let's say xi, let's say xi, this will be your mode. This xi will be your mode here. Okay. So let's move to the next problem. Hope you guys got the solution. Hope you have. Please pause the video first, try it on your own, and then we will try to do the solution together. Okay. So here they asked us to find a ogive curve first. Okay. So the marks are given, which is basically the class range here, and the frequency is given. Number of students is the frequency. Okay, and we have to find the cumulative frequency in this column. So the marks is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. So these are the marks. Number of students is like 5, 9, 16, 22, 26, 18, 11, 6, 4, and 3. Okay, so what were the cumulative frequencies? This is like 5. So for cumulative frequencies in the range 10 to 20, you have to add 5 with this 9, which will give us 14. This next one, you have to add 14 with this 16, which will give us 30. Next one, 30, you have to add with 22, it will give us 52. Similarly, you have to go on 52 plus 26, this will give us 78. 78 plus 18 give us 96. 96 plus 11 will give us 107. 107 plus 6 will give us 113. 113 plus 4 will give us 117, and 117 plus 3 will give us 120. Okay, so from here we have to draw the ogive curve first. So let's draw the ogive curve here. Okay, so this is the y-axis, this is your x-axis. So you have 0 to 100, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is your origin. This is your y dash, this is your x dash, this is your y. And you have up till 120 in the cumulative frequency range, right? 120, you have up till 120. So you have to do like 5, 10, 15, like that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Let's not take this as 5, let's take this as 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So you got this like up till 0 to 120 we got. Let's say 2 centimeter equal 10 units on the y-axis, and similarly 2 centimeter equal to 10 units on the x-axis. Let's say we did this scaling, okay, in the graph paper. Now 0 to 10 is 5. So 0 to 10 is somewhere in the middle, 5. And next is 14. So this is 10, so this will be somewhere here. 20 to 30 is 30, so this will be somewhere here. 30 to 40 is 52, so this will be somewhere here. Next is 78. Next is 78 is here. Sorry, 78 is here. 40 to 50. 50 to 60 is 96. 50 to 60 is 96, somewhere here. 60 to 70 is 107. 60 to 70 is 107, somewhere here. 70 to 80 is 113, somewhere here. 80 to 90 was 117, remember? Sorry, so this will be somewhere here. Okay, and this point, there is no point here. Let's erase this point. Eraser, let's erase this point. 80 to 90 was 117, somewhere here, and last point was 120. 100, 120. So now you have to draw a freehand line connecting all these dots. So all the dots you have to connect. Sorry for this thing. Oh, okay, not the best curve, but okay. But I hope you understand. You have to draw a freehand curve connecting all the dots. In the exam, you can mark a circle on top of these dots so that your examiner will be sure where are the dots are, just to make it more clear. Okay. Now, one thing for the ogive curve, they have asked you to do the median, and you have, let's say, 120 number, whatever the number is. You have to, for the median, you can just do n by 2. Since n equals 120, the median will be 120 divided by 2, which is 60. So this will be the 60th term. So you have to find the 60th term here on the y-axis. So first you find the 60th term and y-axis. You draw a line from here to the curve, and from the curve you draw a line up till the x-axis. So you got this point, right? Let's say point is, I don't know, maybe 42. So this will be your median. Okay. So for the lower quartile, you have to find the n divided by fourth term. That is 120 divided by fourth term will give you 30th term. So how you will find it? You draw from here 30, and then you find it on what is the value on the x-axis. Let's say this came as 31. Okay. The third problem is number of students who obtain more than 75% marks in the test. So this is 70. So basically this 75, here you have 75. So how many number of students obtain more than 75? So first you can draw a line from here using scale. Okay, all should come using scale. Just don't do freehand these things. Right now I'm doing it here, and it should fall somewhere, and then you have to draw it from the x-axis, straight line from the x-axis. So somewhere here you will get it. I don't know, maybe 115. Okay, just this point, whatever this point comes, the third one, let's say 115. Just giving you the numbers here. Okay, some number. And I will give you the exact answer. Okay, just first understand how to do the problem. And the last one was the number of students who did not pass in the test if the pass percentage was 40. Let's see, if the percentage was 40, then how many students did not pass the test? Again, you draw it from 40. So from 40, you draw it on the curve, and then from the curve, you draw it on the y-axis. So you will see, let's say this point is 42. So basically, all the students did not pass in the exam. 42 students got less than 40. So the last answer will be 42. So this number of students did not pass in the exam. So now let me give you the actual answers basically. So the first answer is 50. The median will be, no, let me just check. Just give me 1 second. Okay. The first answer is, actual answer is 50 if you draw it in a graph paper. So if you want to see it, the answer is the, let me write the answers here. Number one is the 50. The lower quartile is 30th term. The answer is 30. Okay. The third answer is 110. If you want to draw it on a graph paper, you will find these answers, at least near to these answers. You will not find the exact answer for sure. And the fourth is number of students who fail to get 40% is 52. Okay, so this four answers you will get in your, if you draw it on the curve, or at least near to this. If you draw it on a graph paper, at least near to this answers. Okay, so having said that, let's move to the next problem. It's the same kind of problem. I just wanted to show you one thing here. I won't do the exact solution because it's the same problem as number 5. You see, if you have range like heights, but they are not continuous. Let's see, you have heights like this: 121 to 130, then 131 to 140, then 141 to 150, then 151 to 160, then 161 to 170, then 171 to 180. If you have heights like this, then you have to make the classes continuous classes. Continuous classes. NUOUS. Okay. So how you will do these continuous classes? This is 131, right? So you will make this, and this is 130. What is the average of 130 and 131? 0.5, right? So we'll make this 130.5. Again, what is the average of 140 and 141? 145, right? Sorry, 140.5, right? So 140.5. Similarly, here you will make this 130.5, and you will deduct zero point 0.5 from 121 also. Similarly, this you will make 140.5, you will make this as 150.5. Similarly, this one you will make it as 150.5, this one as 160.5. Right? Hope this is you are understanding this. You will write this range as 160.5 to 170.5. This one as 170.5 to 180.5. After that, it's same thing. So this is your new classes that you got. This is the most important thing. And number of pupils, which is your frequencies are given like 12, 16, 30, 20, 14, 8. Okay, and please also try do it on your graph paper. You will see when you do on your graph paper you will face some problems. Okay, maybe when you see the solution, or you see the solution in your example book or wherever, you see and you think that you will be able to produce it in your graph paper in the exam, but it doesn't work like that. Until unless you practice it in your graph paper actually using pencil and scale, you will see you will face problem. Something will come up which you hadn't anticipated before. Okay, maybe you don't know how to do the scaling thing. 2 centimeter equals this units. So those kind of things, something will come up which will take you off, throw you off on the exam paper, and you will regret why I did not practice in actual graph paper. Okay, and then this is cumulative. The reason I'm showing you here how to do it, at least you understand the concept. If you want, you can check it from an example book and then see how what I said, and then you understand it, and then you do it on your graph paper. Actually, the final task you have to do it, right? Cumulative frequency. And in case you want me to do it on a graph paper, please let me know. I have to buy one graph paper and I will do it for you. So this is 12 plus 16 you will get. So like that you will do the all these additions, and after that is the same thing how you did the OGIF curve. Just one thing I will show you in the here. It's given 120 to 135, right? Let's say this is 2 centimeter equal to this whatever units you have taken, 10 units like this classes. So this one is nothing is here. You consider this as 120.5, and after 2 centimeter you consider this as 130.5. Okay, so now this you see you are defining the classes like 120.5, 130.5, 140.5, like that you will define up till 180.5, and here the cumulative frequency, which is the number of pupils. It's on the y-axis, and then you have to draw the curve like this. Wherever points you got, you have to draw the curve like this. Okay, so just wanted to show you that if you don't have a continuous class like this, then you have to then you have to make a continuous class. So hope this is the end of the session, these 6 problems and the basic summary of what statistics is. This is what is there in your ICSE syllabus class 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. You learned from it. At least you got the revision well. You understood, or you got, like, you revised it also. The session was helpful to you. So please also subscribe to our channel, like this video if you find it helpful. Share it with your friends. Okay, and please let us know what chapter you want us to cover next, so that we will make a video on that. It can help in your revision. Okay. Having said that, have a good rest of the day, great rest of the day. Thank you for being with me up till this point. Okay, so bye.